How are you?
Doing fine, thank you very much.
Very nice to meet you. You're here at DevOps Days 2024 in Raleigh. Thank you for speaking, by the way. Yeah, this is a great event. We've really enjoyed being here. So I wanted to talk to you because the topic of your talk that was featured here, we feel like is super important. It's one that's often overlooked, maybe not viewed as important by a lot of people in the space, but it's one of open source licensing and incorporating open source licensing into the pipeline. So it's important for some of the very reasons that you mentioned, potential legal consequences on down the line. So as we get started, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so my name is Eli Birger. I'm a CTO and co-founder of PerfectScale. PerfectScale is Raleigh-based startup, a pretty new one. We are focusing and we have built the Kubernetes optimization platform. This platform helps you to optimize your Kubernetes clusters, get the best possible performance at the lowest cost possible, completely autonomously. So this is the focus of our company, but as part of my job as a CTO, I uncovered this legal things related to the open source licenses. So I did my deep dive and understood what need to be done. And we love to contribute back to community. And I think not only legal parts, but also fairness part, because the idea behind the open source is also fairness. Like use whatever you want, but be fair. And being fair means that follow the license terms. In some cases, those license terms are fine, like take my software, do whatever you want. In some cases, you need to state credits, but in some cases, you're actually obligated to open source whatever you did on top of the software, and that might have a very problematic consequences for the organization that you're working for.
Right. So that segues really nicely into what I was going to ask next, which is give us an overview of your talk. What are some of the highlights, maybe some of the important points that people can take away that obviously they're not here, people viewing this and listening to this, but what are some important points that they could take away that might help them?
Yeah, so it sounds very boring and complex topic on one hand. But on the other hand, we have built for our internal purposes the CI/CD enforcement of different types of licenses. We share this as a publicly available blog. You can enter our website, perfectscale.io blogs, and we have this blog there. Guiding you step by step how you can set this up for your organization, how you can build those enforcements and making sure that you are using the right licenses and not dealing with consequences afterwards.
Hey, this is Todd with All Things Open. Thank you so much for watching. We truly appreciate it. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button. We've got a lot of new content coming we think you're going to be interested in. One final favor, be sure to go to allthingsopen.org to see everything that we do. Back to the video.
Why is it important? You know, the why question is always of utmost importance, right? I mean, before you engage in anything or select a service or a product or just engage in a business or any endeavor in general, why? So why is what you're doing important, right? You mentioned the potential legal consequences. We've seen that happen. What are some other, why would people want to attend the talk and be interested in this particular topic?
Yeah, because again, the topic is very complex on one hand and very boring, I would say, on the other hand, because it does not deal with any technical things. Like, right, all you need to do is to read the license, but there is hundreds, if not thousands of different licenses, and no one have any time to read this.
Yeah. In DevOps in general, DevOps is a pretty popular topic. It's one that is top of mind for many people. Are there any trends in DevOps or any things going on that people should educate themselves about or maybe pay attention to that they may not be right now?
Yeah, so there is a lot of different blind spots that I'm coming from the DevOps area. I spent many years as a DevOps engineer, then as a DevOps manager. I've built large-scale SaaS systems, mainly based on Kubernetes in the last years of my career as a DevOps. And I see a lot of different blind spots. The blind spots are around controlling of things. The blind spots around building the right processes, combining mainly like not focusing only on technology, but focusing also on the methodology, because every good solution in the DevOps space starts with the methodology and combines the technology in.
Interesting. What is, do you have like one piece or maybe a piece of advice or a best practice or a shortcut or something people could do or take away or apply that would just make their lives easier? Any one thing that they could do, or again, maybe just a best practice in general.
Yeah.
When it comes to open source licenses, what do people need to be doing maybe that they're not currently doing?
Yeah, so I would advise to not take things as granted. Challenge everything. Invest at least 1 hour a day for learning and challenging things that you maybe think that they are common, or maybe not have a solution, or maybe you just don't know the solution. Educate yourself every day.
Interesting. Yeah, you have to take the time to educate yourself. Sorry about that. Well, it's really good to talk to you. Thanks for presenting here. Again, we found your talk really fascinating, and we picked it off the schedule. Once I saw the topic, again, open source licensing is one of those topics. Not really popular. A lot of people think it doesn't apply to them, when in fact it applies to everyone, whether they realize it or not. And
Absolutely.
they can often find out when
When it's too late.
when it's too late, when there are legal consequences, et cetera. So thank you very much.
Thank you.